proper, like, sort of, you know, great Game of Thrones consequences. Like, they set up Emma Lane, like, not paying enough attention. Like, the resentment's fairly obvious. Like, but yeah. Wish they gave the Ernest Maid a name, though. Dare say they could not have played it any worse given the first command on Lord Artorial, not here to take control of the situation. No, yeah, everyone's out. He's the most important person here. Spoke with the messenger who said they would return shortly, but until they do, not will be done. Lord MLA has retreated to the barracks and refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore, it falls to... In fact, it is... I could even think of who it would be equivalent-wise. Like, it's Caitlyn's brother. Is it Caitlyn? Who's the idiot? Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. Yeah, that's the weird thing, because for Final Fantasy 16, they clearly watched Game of Thrones, and they were they were bad at. They took superficial things from it, but they didn't know how to do consequences. And it seems like they already learned their lessons from this game and then forgot them. It's really weird. I mean, maybe... No, I was going to say, like, maybe some of it's in translation. They clearly take names from Game of Thrones because, like, there's references to it as well. But, like, I know it was playing out at the time. But like, spoiler for Final Fantasy 16, there's a character that gets their hand cut off. And spoiler for Game of Thrones, that happens in that as well. But like, that action is a part of someone's arc. It's about finding somebody. So, I'd have to tell. The point is that losing a hand is like essentially like fundamentally changes how the character has to act for the rest of the series, right? And it does. Whereas in Final Fantasy 16, it doesn't actually make any difference. The person had already lost, and then, like, they were desperate. They were already gonna be. Like, it's a really it doesn't pan out because Final Fantasy isn't a story that allows things. This is much longer than Final Fantasy 16, so decisions could pan out that way. But all I know is when they did that at the end of Realm Reborn. In the 7th Rumble era or wherever it was, they just sort of walked a lot of it back. No, think of how many people were supposed to have died at the end of that, and obviously a load of them would have always got away. That's obvious. But one person got unpoisoned. One person did lose an arm there as well, actually, now that I think about it. And that has ongoing consequences. So I can actually say it's a really... Yeah, like... I don't actually know if it has consequences outside of him just permanently not having an arm. But he doesn't immediately die, if it, like in 16. Spoilers for 16. That guy doesn't have long to live after he loses his hands. But it's really obvious, because he's obviously going to be the boss fight. So, like, I'm ruining nothing. My wife and I felt, while fleeing the others at first, the Shurigons tended to our bruises afterwards. And those madfalls have ruined everything, and for what? Rumours the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of the Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmerich take bloody charge and shove it up their asses and don't be taken by the rot again. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were a dagger in my heart. Will we decide that enough is enough? That the cause of justice can never be answered? Will it be the end of it, or will there be others like them and true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsman ever again. I do not know if I ever can. Yeah, it's like between games they give the story to much more confident writers, but that don't have the actual reins. Well, what say you? Violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears no incidents were harmed by the guards. The blame for the casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of men. No, that's a fucking terrible thing. Like, he didn't obviously do it on purpose. Those among us lost loved ones, like... Ooh. So potentially, it's a level 60 thing there. That's the problem. It's going to be just really difficult to... Consequences. Lord Arterial on the first commander should be returned by now. To the tavern, their first order of business, to speak to Lord Amerlane, and I somehow doubt he's moved an ilm since we last saw him. So I don't know how long this stream is going to be. It's been a couple of hours. I'll try at least a couple of hours. It'd be nice to get done with the Gears of Change, or the Change of Gears, as I've called this stream. I reckon I can get to Stormfront before the 14 days or whatever. I mean, fucking hell! Like me, love her. It's Lucia. Like, I should be able to do it in 4 days. Like, apologies now, I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There should be time for that later. I, for one, am concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to the initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Amerlane ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others were assisted and were struck down. He's going to have to be punished, right? Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Okay, so the one thing that helps him out is obviously they did do a violent... you know, they did an attack, clearly. So even if somebody... But she was unarmed and just doing a speech at that point, so like... Civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives for the time being. At least Shirogons are still doing what they can do for her, but she may not live. Oh yeah, because two more dudes got to speak. Given their impeccable timing, it's like that the convictors drew us away from the hamlet and league of the protesters. Accordingly, detained them for questioning. I'm sworn these villains spent so much plotting the failure of this peace conference as did its success. For the mood of the hamlet is any indication theirs have been more fruitful labours. In the wake of the protest, people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them, I see. Sir Emmerich places trust in me, but difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we've come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we've convinced them before. We'll do so again. But if we can find a means to remind them, to show them once more, promises that change holds forward, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We pray that you're right, nevertheless. For the time being, I have no choice but to suspend this peace conference, pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Neither of you will deliver my report to Lord Commander in my... I mean, he just murdered a person. I know lords don't get punished for stuff like that, but like he out of his stupidity ordered an unarmed person killed. That is murder. Get up, Amerlane. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You'll answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honorart. Annoy. Manservant is not here. In fact, I've not seen him for some time. He's been kidnapped. On a ride, I could have sworn he was... I sense they're above. Maybe you know about? Up there. How does one get here normally?
Onawa!
That is so silent T.
No, no. What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
I was going to say, they're not going to kill him off.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
I'll not order somebody shot. She's not a happy bunny.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Should have let me slap him.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Doesn't sound that young. How come you get to punch him and I don't?
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
Right then. I'll make myself a cup of tea. I'm actually closer to the kitchen than I was in my old place right now. I'd have to measure it, and I don't think the landlord would let me in anymore. I left them. I didn't get any of my deposit back. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, but for excuses to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there's naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this, but he... Okay, let's grab the Hellfire Katana. That sounds like could be cool. How far through are we then? I need to open up that website again. Okay, no, it was on the right page and then it closed. Okay, so it's opening up again now. And if you go to my store, you too can have snail phone. If you happen to have the right maker phone. Don't open images. Choices. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. There might not be 2 hours worth of stuff. Okay. There is at least a dungeon, isn't there? I think. Let's consult the book. So there's the animal weapons as well, which I'm not sure that's gonna happen. But we've got the Void Arc, Thornton's Reign, and animal weapons. There's Alexander, of course. Containment Bay. Quest when the bow wakes. What? Where's that? I didn't see that quest on the list of quests. Huh. Maybe it's not a main quest. That website closed. It's definitely not one of these ones. So yeah, it's not a main quest. So oh, there's one more night in Ampador as well. I might have done that already. No, it'll be here, won't it? Another Ampador. Because it's a Heaven Sword. So we need to find that as well. So I'll pick up this quest and we'll start looking for the other ones. And of course, we're gonna want. Oh yeah, I never decided which one of these I'd get. Because it might come in handy if we ever want to level up Gladiator or Rogue or Dragoon or Monk. No desire to wait for the Lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity with more important matters to attend to in Ishgard. So, where are we going? Rising Stones. One day I'll figure out a good way of doing this. So because we already did Word of the Mother. We are looking for someone in particular. No, it's the Wandering Minstrel. Could be somebody in there. We're looking for Unukathu. I don't know how you pronounce that. Not seeing them here, so I'll go back out. I mean, we'd see the quest on the map, right? thingy. I've changed the design actually, but it's not reflected on this one because that's not how that works. 'Cause I thought she was a little too pale. But never mind, it's too late now. I think it might be because I changed the monitor set. I don't know, she looks like white as a sheet. That's inhumanly pale. But how are you still doing another venture? Oh, I just... There we go. So... There we go. Not seeing a quest here. Oh, well, I'll do some more research on it later. Don't need to do all of the things. What else? Old Gridania. We're looking for... Oh, that person should be easy to find. It's the Rising Stones, John. I might come back here again. Oh, what? PS Plus free destination. It'll be the Conjurer's Guild, I think. Because it's one of the E-tribe. Bitty, 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 bitty. Hey, you've got the quest. There you go. One more night in Ampador. Pavi Sumayan. Okay. I'm just pretty glad of your present. I'm fully glad. Ampador. Power that lingers in the Bastard City. Okay. Cool, there we go. No idea where. Camp Tranquil is. Oh yeah, I know where it is now. I will recognise its location. It's the one with the balls all around because I can see that from the map. But I couldn't tell you where it is by like walking there. It's a big map. It's going to be a Levmet. Wish they wouldn't mark the Levmets with pluses. No. Yes. Evil excised, yeah, sure. Wherever the dungeon is. I shall go. It's that way. Flying through the sky, monsters gonna die. When you ask me why, that's when I pass you by. Oh, damn it! Right. There we go. Another dungeon. I'm gonna try and go back to Mordona one more time. Maybe I'd teleport inwards. I thought I did that already. No, because teleporting just gets me that one room, right? What the heck? It's the Rising Stones, though. And this is the Rising Stones. So the name should be somewhere. Alice. Yeah, so where's the name? It could be somebody literally talking to... Villia's not here, is she? That's the Solar and not the Rising... Who's this person then? It's supposed to be in the Rising Stone. I've got my phone. Google Final Fantasy XIV quest when the bow breaks.
I found this on the web.
Don't open up a goddamn YouTube video. Rising Stones. So it needs Gods of Eld. We've definitely done As Go Light, So Goes Darkness, but I don't know if we've done Ishgard, Gods of Eld. So let's look for that. Where's Ishgard? Now we'll return to... Ishgard. What is Ishgard? The pillars, okay. That we should have returned here. Okay, Gods of Eld. So we want to go to 11.7, 11.6. No. I'm on 10. gonna go to the pillars. Are we at the pillars? Seven, 11, 8. Not sure why I didn't just teleport myself to the middle anyway. Nope, that's not the right way. There he is. Tosphus has a message for you from this mysterious stranger. Lady Naive, during your absence, a stranger came calling. Upon learning that you were away, he left a message to the effect that he wished to speak to you. More about you the fighting stones. Fuck you, Tosphus. You have mind to reply to this. When I ask the internet where to start a quest line, please don't start on the second quest. That makes no sense. Please be careful. I will explain why, but it'll simply be near him. What? I tell you what, though. Because we're like literally right next to. What's this? What's Dark Spectacle? That's dark. Well, I'm gonna go to Foundation and do the next quest because we've been faffing. We haven't had my cup of tea yet, have we? Word of demonstration and its resolution has outstripped you, Naive. Every man, woman, and child. Oh, it's on auto. 'Tis rumoured that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame, of course. Such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? That I don't know. I was asleep at the time, wasn't I? I see, so that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. It is further the cause of this misguided view. We cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate piece we've poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only two to be taken away, is there any wonder that we're left bereft? And for what was this sacrifice? If not to show for our suffering, I thought peace is sufficient to salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmond. And ours, I don't know if you pronounce it or not, it's a nation built on centuries of warfare, right or wrong. This is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. I'll go for a cup of tea when I queue up, because obviously, yeah, I'm unlikely to immediately get a pop, but like, it'll give me time. Yeah, we must needs find a way to honour the sacrifice of our forefathers and our 7 mothers, and at least 2 of our uncles. No more than that, that would be crazy to go any further, without glorifying in their excesses. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur others' disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in the past glories either, for they tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, an undeniable righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear, yet we are not without options. For our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the AOZN Alliance for the joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference. What was... Okay. What? I don't know. My bot said something. Delayed, but mayhap a grand melee be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which stand against the coalition of allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gate's judgment, victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry. All and sundry. What does all and sundry mean? What does all and sundry mean?
Here's what I found.
Okay, those are just examples. I want to know what it means. Way to do an advert. It's an idiom. I get that. Whatever. I'm now past caring. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true, but if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of free nations, may present it as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Emmeline take part in the grand melee. By his deeds he has brought shame upon Ishgard, so by his deeds I will have him bring our nation honour. Do you wish, my lord? If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose, Naive. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucy? Presumably I'm winning this grand melee. I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once, begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Super Smash Bros. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough make an effort to avoid me. I'm an agreeable bunny. So that is the solution to a grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You who have taken into their confidence upon whom they've come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? We've come this far, have we not? Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it would be a shame not to see it through to the bitter end. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Emmerich wishes to field a force comprising of both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine. Yeah, Hilda. We can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. There's another rabbit over here. I would move on, but like the quests are literally right here. Well met, Naive. Have you spoken to Sir Emmerich? I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Emmerich would turn to these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, He has not given me reason to doubt his intentions in these desperate times, and indeed will select nights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list to the watch candidates to Hilda, to have her best men, not her most dispensable. Right, before we do that then, we are now returning once more to Modena. Oh, it actually is in that room as well. And also, turns out you can see the icon through the wall. But who is it? Well, thanks for coming. It's a cloaked figure, a short one with a mask. It's Uncle High. Hello, Uncle High is my name. I serve a friend. I sought you out that I might alert you to the rising threat of the beings known as icons. You are aware of the threat, you say, but I speak not of the primals, of which you are exceedingly well acquainted. It may interest you to know that the term icon and the beings to which it refers precede Garlean Empire by eras. You see, it is the name by which Allagans called godlike beings, the dark divinity, Odin among them, and the Garleans, who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Allag, have simply availed themselves of it. Pray permit me to continue the tale. Yeah, I was expecting him, to be honest. Henri, how kind of you to join us. Why is there a tiny child with us? As a warrior of light, a comrade, my participation is but to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of this star. The icons of Eld. In the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Allagan Empire. Isn't it wonderful that Elden Ring got away with being like, what should we call this? Yeah, it's an old ring. That's what it is. It's super old. It's like a really subtle... Because that's what it means. It means olden ring. Like, it's Elden. Like, you are elder. Anyway. They managed to be very subtle with the naming and make it sound cool. They eventually fell to the men of the Allag, devised the means by which to capture them. And it did not end with capture, as you well know, for the Allagans also learned to harness the Icon's power. They refined this knowledge of the ethereal chemical research on Alisla. Oh, okay, cool. And within the centrifugal crystal engine, oh, it's Sephiroth, isn't it? Or Sephiroth. They sealed free of the beings. The Warring Triad, yes. Oh, cool. It was first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the Warring Triad. The Archbishop did seek Alisla, yes. But in the wake of his defeat, the bindings which confine the icons were severely damaged. Doubtful not, but they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down. Who the fuck are you? The Archbishop. You're simply fulfilling your destiny, and yet were the Warring Triad to be released into the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is hope still. Though swift action, we may yet prevent their awakening. Oh, I will say, like, it was a bit of a disappointment that we never got to fight the Warring Triad. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage gods are returned, I fear, summoned once more by their worshippers, and the strength far surpassing their previous incarnations. Speak of the primals of Vanna and Bismarck. If left unchecked, they'll inevitably seek to seize the power of the Warring Triad, to serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten the Icon's awakening. Are these side quests, to which we must vanquish both their kinds, Pray thee, however, first focus thy gaze on the primals ere we return to our attention to the icons and their fitful slumber. Shall return to the waking sands forthwith, and consider such measures are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend. Hang on, this is side quest, isn't it? I don't have to read any of this. Some of this is interesting, though. There we go. So it looks like we have... Oh, we have this as well. But when did these get added? Okay. Because I don't know if I should do them or not. Google, when did Quest the Diabolical Bismarck get added to Final Fantasy?
I found this on the web.
I want to know which patch it came from. Okay. Google, when did Bismarck Extreme get added to Final Fantasy?
Here's what I found.
Google, Bismarck Extreme Final Fantasy patch.
Here's what I found.
Patch 3.0. Oh, it's just a part of the initial game. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to assume that for all of them. I'll accept this one. Oh, we got loads of ones to do then. Right, well. Islands are not easy to come by. Just hope it's not necessary, but you may as well show the gemstone chief Sonu. You will know it is the weeping eye of the Manai. It shall ensure it's completely committed to our cause. Before you ask what we do in Picard. Okay. And Ravana. Okay, I don't know if I've got time to do this. I move against the wrong triad now, or suffer the consequences. The seal is cracked and the icons stir. Should they be allowed to awaken and resume their titanic conflict, will be alike to the coming of the second calamity. You and I have represented our best hope in eliminating the threat. That said, the very act of entering the containment facility presents but unique challenges. So unique, in fact, that I struggle to locate the individual with the requisite talents to surmount them. Were it not for the impressively diverse connections of your fellow scions, I might still be searching. However, okay. Okay, we do this. I might cut it here. I should have stopped at 2 hours, so I'm gonna have to kind of awkwardly glue this. So what I'll do is I'll name this part 1 and the next one part 2. Do that tomorrow. Would have been nice to do more tonight, but I'm getting a little tired. And trying to get dungeons done at like 11 o'clock is not going to work. But yes, we'll do for the future people. We'll do a fade in and we'll do a fade out, and we'll be in new places. So I shan't say goodbye. I don't do an introduction because this is a cut, so I shan't introduce myself. You already know who I am, and you already know that I'm here to pick up a quest, which I should have done yesterday. Then I could have queued up before I started the recording. Never mind. There is... No, I don't want to return. There is like a prevented quest there. I was a little confused about that. Because it's the... Where even is it? It must be up. It must be up. Oh, it even says it's up. It says it's on the map. It's you. Okay. I can't do it because presumably I just don't have the Zodiac weapon. No. Okay. It's just an unfinished quest. Because it said if you do this, it's got that X, and I thought that X meant you couldn't do it if you're the wrong class, and I'm the right class, and I was confused about that. Must just mean I can't hand it in because I don't have the weapon. Okay, fair enough. We might do some of that anima stuff, maybe not. Right now, we have like 2 hours to get Gears of Change completed, and then the next time I start streaming, it'll be whatever the next one is. I have already forgotten what the last mission is, but it's fine. I'm unlikely to accidentally do it. Is When the Bow Breaks a plotline mission? I don't think it is actually, is it? Because I had to go around to get it. Oh yeah, and there's now several other dungeons I have to do. They're less important, I would say, because they're repeat content, but we do want this. We get to meet Hilda again. Everyone loves Hilda. So when are we going to start seeing Final Fantasy 16 stuff in Final Fantasy 14? That's what I want to know. I thought 16 was an interesting enough experiment. I don't think it needed... Oh, it's still higher. The side quest... Like, Final Fantasy 12 was like a weird MMO crossover, and it didn't have obnoxious MMO side questing that nobody cared about. I mean, my main grievance with Final Fantasy 14 is I just wish it was an RPG, just slightly. I like the choices you did have. And I'm glad I played it. I enjoyed it for what it was. But never mind about Final Fantasy 14. We're at Final Fantasy 6 and a bit of Final Fantasy 7 because I believe we're going to meet Sephiroth, which I appreciate is not the same person as Sephiroth, but it's only one letter off. And I can see what they did there. This is the place, Warrior of Light. Here where we find containment facility wherein entities of incalculable power lay, their fathomless energy siphoned away by the Allagan devices. As I warned you, Sephiroth poses the most immediate threat. His dreaming mind drifts perilously close to consciousness. Thus must his destruction be our first concern. Your fellow Scions will be joining us anon, accompanied by the uniquely talented individual of whom I spoke. From what I gather, the two of you are already well acquainted. Let us continue inside and wait for the doors to the containment facility. I think the game could probably be a little bit louder. And this could be a little higher. Just this side. Ah, you've not been waiting long, I trust. We're eager to lend whatever cooperation we may to your mission, I have. It's an honor to meet you at last. As I know of only one Miqo'te scion, you must be Archon Ishtola, meaning your diminutive companion is Mistress Quill of the students of Baldessian, correct? Diminutive? Diminutive, yeah. Perhaps there is some mistake. It is assumed I assumed it was for my knowledge, not my stature, that you requested my assistance. Ahem, the mistake is mine. You're pretty small yourself, buddy. My apologies if I have given offense. Mayhap it would be best if we proceeded directly to the matter of our objectives. Your adversary is Icon Sephiroth of the Warring Triad. Okay, so the Warring Triad never had names, did they? So they were just... Oh yeah, the Fiend was... It was like Angel, Fiend, and Wizard or something. So it's a nice way to connect the two. The Fiend, he was once a patron deity of the tribe of tree-like beings native to Merasidia, was subdued by the Allegan Empire after a lengthy war of attrition. After his defeat, he was imprisoned for use as a source of power. Even now, Sephiroth is neither truly living nor dead. His mind is bound to in a dream while his body energies are harnessed by Allegan technologies. The explanation for his failure to dissipate into the ether lies in his restraints. These ingenious devices serve not only to bind to him, but to continuously regenerate his corporeal form. Meaning, okay, so like, it would have been nice for them to have just the entire Warring Triad and have like a weird puzzle boss. But I guess that's not a dungeon, that's a, you know, it's a more complicated encounter. Meaning it will be impossible to banish him. While said restraints are in place, remove them, however, we risk allowing an unfathomably powerful yet doubtless vengeful icon to run rampant. It seems we have no choice but to divide our forces. One team must locate the controls to reverse Sephiroth's tackles, disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him at the moment of his awakening. Most succinct assessment, Mistress Quill. While I was aware of the echo, provided you with uncanny sight, I did not expect you to intuit the core of my strategy quite so swiftly. Ha! If only my gift offered such detailed analysis, which is to say it doesn't. I merely took it upon myself to learn as much about the Triad's imprisonment as I could before coming here. It will be Naive and I, after all, who enter the Icon's den. Indeed, given the nature of our adversary, none save those under... I'm so annoyed by this, but it's just nothing I can do about it. None save those under the aegis of the Echo. I did find a green blanket, it was just too dark for the green screen, and I wasn't gonna, like, fuck around with the settings. Echo to be permitted to enter the containment facility. The risk of primal influence is too great. Well, that settles it then. I will disable the restraints, and I have heard our gifted adventurer friends will welcome Sephiroth back into the waking world. Better that than the other way around, I say, considering our respective fields of expertise and, of course, my stature. Right, it's time I had a little chat with the doorkeeper over there. Blip, activating verification systems, lifting access restriction to Triad control. I had no idea the Baldessian curriculum was so comprehensive. When we locate the controls to Sephiroth's restraints, I shall gladly leave the operation to you. When we locate the controls, mayhap my words are unclear. Only those blessed with the Echo may safely enter the facility. Oh yeah, because the icon. The concern for my sanity is touching, but unnecessary. Suffice to say, I'm in no danger of falling under the icon. So, are you a robot? Bleep bloop. Warning, verification systems detect multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Security systems engaging intruders. The Guardians, come on, Andre. We must keep the Imperials occupied. We too should be on our way, gods. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly terrified, but I can't very well leave every deadly task to you, Scions. According to the histories, Sephiroth was immense in both size and strength, mighty enough to rout even the implacable armies of the Allegans, and more than once to cut a long story short. We may have to get this right. I shall do my best not to wake the icon up too much, as my grandfather always used to say of certain monsters, get them up and get them moving while their brains are still abed. There we go. This is where I should have cut it, right? But I didn't, and now we have to wait. Well, I mean, I can continue the plot, can't I? It's not so bad. We shall queue. want that one. Done that one already. That one. It's a high-end trial. Okay. And probably will fail the... I don't know if I really want to do the Minstrel's Ballad, because, like, I've not even done this one yet, because it's difficult, yo. It's difficult. These ones, not so much. Have I done none of them? I'll tell you what, then. No, we've done Howling Eye. We have done some of them. Fair enough. Probably don't need to queue for this just yet. We will have time to do those while doing quests and stuff. I don't know why I just completely forgot about these, but I did, apparently. But we've got 14 days. We've got a lot more time now. But it'd be nice to do the important stuff first. I'm counting this as important stuff. What's that symbol? What's this mean? Traded for itinerant Moogles. I want one of those. That's... Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, and same with that. I don't remember that. Is that new? Cool. So, yeah. I know I could queue up for... Oh, hang on. There is more, isn't there? Where's... Yeah, Limitless Blue. No, we've done that. Oh, we've not picked up those quests yet, have we? Fair enough. Yeah, so we need to speak to Vaff Storyteller Loth. If we want to do that one. Again, getting a little bit of stuff done is good. But we want to be doing these as fast as possible, because there might be a little bit of overlap. And as I said, I've only got 2 hours. I just want to get out of here. Now I'll fly around, no longer on the ground. Yes. Oh, it is on the map. Make our way there. Is it you? Yes, I believe it is. Okay. Non-mind. Yes. So I'm reading these to myself, just not out loud. Save my voice. Oh. I'm gonna follow that arrow and see where it takes me. Attuned to the Everite in the Gin Hive. I'm hoping that's what I'm doing right now. Smoldering wastes. I mean, this is a hive, right? So kind of makes sense that it's the Gin Hive. Giant Hive. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm reading the thing over there. Lost Athnath. What's that? Maybe? Perhaps? Possibly? Excuse me, coming through. Ah, yes. After a pause, you smash the gemstone against the aetherite. Nothing more happens out of habit. You tune with the aetherite. Once more, nothing happens. Although Thost as Flock a Scream, it is now available. Cool. I'll unlock this one as well. Whew. Okay, Zandu. I think it's Ok. Whatever. And then we'll go meet Hilda. Where's my cup of tea? Oh, that was quicker than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. I did manage to grab my tea. I just didn't manage to drink any of my tea. Which is a tragedy. A tragedy. No. What the... Ah! Hide the log window. I was trying to fly. Is this where you are? Here's Son of Anu. Give me quest, Son of Anu. Yes. Here is the Weeping Eye. Like double rainbows in the mists. Oh my god, double rainbow. Yes, that all sounds lovely. Okay. Now I must speak with Sid, and I'm hoping Sid is in that direction. I refuse to check. We've been waiting for 5 minutes. It doesn't feel like 5 minutes. It feels like but moments have passed. But apparently, it's been 5 minutes. Time flies, as does this dragon. We're flying towards the ground. Did I mistake it? I think I did. I think I am a fool. Flew downwards when I should have been flying upwards. That will happen sometimes. Sid, my good boy. My lad. Yes. Ling Blong? Smash gemstone against the aetherite, yes. Oh, we're not done yet. We have to smash another gemstone. Why are there two wibbly woos? I'm gonna go to this one first. Oh, I found provenance. Okay then. I don't know, I want to go to both places. I'm intrigued about this direction. I also want to go to this direction. We can do both, there is time. There isn't time, we're going to the Void Ark. A little bit nervous about being in the air like this while going to the Void Ark. And I believe this is the relevant area. Oh, fuck. And wish me luck. I know this St. George's